Hello. Welcome to Debutante Brawl. That was my dramatic entrance. So, let's start this thing. Alright, so what have I got on the agenda for today? Has anyone used that? Has anyone said, like, what's on the agenda for today's video in these gender videos? I'm gonna do that. No, I'm not gonna do that. You know what? That is really corny. Okay, so Halloween just happened to America and to the world and to Los Angeles and to Venice and to my house, and it has left its mark. We had a big Halloween party. It was pretty massive. I think that we had probably, I mean, I'm guessing from previous parties that were this crowded. I mean, we must have had 80-some people or something like that. We didn't know a lot of them. I mean, we might have had more for all I know, but, you know, people had costumes, which makes it kind of everyone feel bigger. But then again, like, there were a lot of people outside, there were a lot of people inside, people were coming and going, I don't know, it was pretty big. And it was exciting, it was fun, there was a lot of really good costumes. The prize for most unique costume went to my friend who dressed up as my dog, Murphy, and it was awesome. Aaron, that was a great costume. He hasn't watched these videos, you could care less. Let's see, for my party, I dressed up as Jem, the 1980s cartoon rock star, hero, whatever, what is it? She, like, her name's Jerrica in real life. Jerrica Benson, I think. And then she has, she finds these earrings that her dad left her, and she has, like, he left her a computer hologram that could, when she, like, touched the earrings, she could make anything appear. And then she, like, was in a band and they used to play and stuff. I don't know, I used to love that. Love that cartoon. It was them against the Misfits, not like the Misfits, the real band, but we are the Misfits, our songs are better. Love that show. This video is feeling a little off. I don't know. I don't know. I'm really tired, so, like, you know, bear with me. Okay, so, that was my costume. And then we had a work party the day before at, like, where everyone just kind of wore costumes to work, and I went as a roller derby girl. So, I feel like every time I mention anything about, like, roller derby stuff or roller skating, I have to mention, In Ink Please, you know, because she was on that tip first. She knows, she knew. She knows best when it comes to that. Wicked. Let's see. Yeah, so it was awesome. Like, I was, this place I'm working at right now, they've got these great polished concrete floors, and it's a really big place, and so pretty much I just got to roller skate around all day in my fishnets and booty shorts, and that was a fun day. Not as much work got done that day as probably should have. We'll pay for it in the next 2 weeks. Yeah, I have 2 weeks left on this job, and then I'm not working for a while, you know, probably not going to work I'm not going to work all December, and I may or may not work in January from home. Because, once again, 21 days to go. 21 days until Vajay Day. How are we doing on time? Which is really exciting and really scary, because it is coming up fast. And I'm still fucking sick. I've had this, like, lingering cough thing. I've been sick for like a month or more, but I went to a doctor on Friday, and she said that it's kind of normal. They've been seeing a lot of that, and that, you know, not to freak out about it. Because I was thinking I'd have to get on antibiotics, and I didn't know how that would be, like, if I got on those. God, people get on my ass for saying that. Antibiotics. I was worried that if I did, they would be in my system, and then I would go to the hospital, and they'd be like, you can't have GRS, you got some crazy shit in your system, yo. Because that's how they talk in Pennsylvania, I guess. I've spent very little time there, so I'm just assuming that's what they're like. And, you know, I've also been going on this, like, electrolysis bender, where I've been, like, ramping up like crazy, getting like some, just some little touch-ups here and there which need to be done. And which other people don't really notice, but I do, you know, when I touch nice, like, scratchy into places. But also down, some little hair cleanup work that needs to be done before surgery, and so I've still got 2 more appointments, and I'm trying to rush in to have enough time to like heal so that Dr. McGinn isn't like, you know, you are a scabby mess down there. Isn't that a pretty sight? Date me. If there's anyone out there, any eligible gentlemen who want to know about scabbies, not scabies. Just like, I'm gonna drop this subject. It's gross. Okay. What else? Okay, I'm kind of cruising on this video. All right. The last thing I wanted to talk about was my last video. The #1 comment. Wait, what was the last video about? I don't even remember. It was something. Fuck it, I don't remember. But all anyone was talking about was asking me what camera I used. So I'm gonna clear the air in this video. I shot with my Canon 5D Mark II. It's a digital SLR that also shoots high-def video at 30 frames a second, and apparently next year it will be able to shoot 24 frames a second with a patch, but that could be 7-8 months from now. I believe that I shot with my 35mm f2.0 lens, fixed, you know, like a what do you call it, fixed glass, not zoom. I think I shot it wide open, you know, and that's why there was a lot of depth of field. And the camera, the 5D, is a full 35mm sized film back sensor. So unlike, you know, like little handy cams, webcams, camera phones, or, you know, even like, you know, other lower grade digital SLRs, they all have a lot smaller chips. And so, along with the smaller chips, the glass is not as, you can't get as wide of an aperture. You have to multiply your lens, so like, you know, like if I were to put a 35mm lens on like, you know, like even like a relatively high-end Canon 50D, you'd still have to multiply by like 1.6 or something like that, or whatever it is. And in the end, you just don't get as wide of a lens, and you don't get as much depth of field. It's a whole range of stuff, but frankly, I don't really know that much about photography, so that is really the limit of my knowledge right there. How are we doing here? So I hope that satisfies you camera files in the audience, because I know there's so many of you out there watching my videos. But yeah, so this is incidentally the same camera that I shot my music video that I directed a few months ago, the Helado Negro Vera Ver music video that I think that I have in my favorites, and if you go back to another video, there's a link to it or something like that. It's under youtube.com/ is it Z Nederlander or Penny Z Nederlander, or I don't know, whatever, Penelope Z maybe? I can't remember. But yeah, check that out. That's what I shot it with. It's an amazing camera. I'm not going to really go into cameras. I can nerd out on that, but that is the story. That is the whole video. God, this is kind of a... I'm not going to like this video. I can tell.